Your lack of talent isn't why you quit every new skill. It's because how you're programmed to learn is fundamentally broken. I know that because I used to fail at almost everything I tried. But over the past few years, without a degree, expensive course, or a mentor, I used a simple blueprint that helped me teach myself skills like scripting, storytelling, editing, design, marketing, and YouTube from absolute zero. I even use this exact framework to work across complex industries like real estate, edtech, and supply chain and logistics and actually thrive. Today, I'm giving you the exact 6-step blueprint so you can master any skill in record time. But pay close attention to step 6. It's uncomfortable. 99% of people skip it, and it's exact reason why most people stay stuck forever. Step 1. Define your finish line. Here's the hard truth. Most people never finish what they start because their goals are vague or unclear. If your goal is, I just want to learn video editing, you've already failed because that's a wish, not a target. When I started my YouTube channel 3 years ago, my target was very specific. Upload 10 videos in 3 months, master basic skills like editing, scripting, and design, and hit 1000 subscribers in 6 months. That goal became my North Star, guiding every step I took. So tonight, take a notebook or open notes on your phone and answer these questions. What exactly do I want, and what action will get me there? What does winning really look like, and by when will I achieve it? Without these, you are just drifting, and if you don't know where you're going, any road will feel like progress until you realize you're completely lost. Now, having a goal is useless if you try to learn everything all at once. Step 2 fixes that. Step 2. Build 80-20 learning map. When you learn a new skill, do you know that 80% of your results just come from 20% of what you learn? Most beginners do the opposite. They spend 80% of their time on things that barely move the needle. When I started on YouTube, I didn't waste my time buying expensive cameras, designing channel logos, and editing fancy animations in my videos. I focused on the things that really mattered. A great topic, a catchy title, an eye-catching thumbnail, and a solid retention script. That was my 20%, and that drove 80% of my growth. And to build your map fast, use AI as your personal cheat code. Feed it your exact target, your deadline, and how much time you can spend on each day. And then ask it to identify that critical 20% of your skill. Ask it to pull the top free resources and the best experts to study from, and a simple day-to-day action plan so you can follow even on your busiest days. Got it? Now, once you know what matters the most, the next step is about learning the same much faster. Step 3. Learn from multiple angles. Your brain gets bored fast if you only study one way. If you read one book or watch one creator, you only get their way of thinking. To make a skill truly stick, you need to learn the same concept from multiple angles. Here's how I do it when I pick up a new skill. I watch videos from different creators. I read articles, books, or documents on the same, study real-life examples, compare similar concepts, and try it myself. Each source reveals something others missed, so the knowledge becomes deeper, flexible, and easier to apply. But here's the trap now. Watching and reading is still passive consumption. To actually master a skill, you have to force your brain to prove it. Step 4. Play hide and seek. Most people try to learn by passively looking at the same information over and over. But the truth is, your brain gets stronger when you search for the information yourself. Personally, after learning something, I close the book, article, or the video. Then I explain the same idea without looking, or I write down everything I can remember on a book. The moment I struggled to even explain a part of it, I found my blind spot. That exact gap becomes my next learning target. So try this next. Close your notes, recall what you can, teach it, and then check what you missed. Even then, remembering is only the first test. The next one is using it in the real world. Step 5. Create something real. Listen closely now. You don't learn by consuming more content, you actually learn by building. Information gives you knowledge, but output is what gives you skill. This is exactly why I've always learned on the go. Figuring things out while doing them forced me to learn 10x faster than any course ever could. Every video, edit, or a design I make is a test of what I've learned. My first video was terrible. My 10th was slightly better. My 50th showed me mistakes I couldn't even see when I started. And by the time I reached 1000th video, today's video will probably look bad to me. And you know what? That's the entire point. Real skill doesn't come from waiting until you're ready. It comes from a simple loop. Build, fail, fix, and repeat. So stop overthinking. Put messy work out there. Learn from the data and make the next one 1% better. Because you don't need to be great to start. You just need to start so you eventually can get great. But even if you do this, there's one invisible trap that kills 90% of beginners. Next step protects you from it. Sixth step, reverse engineer the 99%. Here's a game changer most people completely ignore. Don't just study why the top 1% win, study the 99% of why they fail. Before you start learning anything new, ask yourself, why do 99% give up and quit? Do they set goals that are too big? Do they get lazy after a few weeks? Or do they panic when things get hard? Once you know why people fail, you can prepare for those problems before they even happen. When I was growing my YouTube channel, I asked AI to analyze the top reasons of why most people quit in the first 6 to 12 months. Then I made a plan for when those bad days came. If a video flopped, I didn't take it personally. I audited the hook, rebuilt the thumbnail, and forced myself to figure out exactly why. If burnout hit, I didn't quit. I lowered the workload and kept my streak alive. This is your anti-failure guardrail because most people drop out the second things get uncomfortable. But when you expect the hit and already have a counter move ready for it, nothing can stop you. Most people will watch this video, close the app and go right back to doing things the hard way, wasting time and getting nowhere. Don't be most people. You now have the full framework from defining your targets to finding your 20% and to building an anti-failure plan. The only thing that is left for you to do is build. If you made it all the way to the end and you are ready to actually stick to your goals, comment blueprint below because public accountability changes everything, and that's exactly how I've grown. And if you want to be consistent with the entire framework, watch this video next.